Welcome back to Next Level English. I'm Maya, and I'm thrilled you're here for another episode.
And I'm Tom. Today we're tackling something that every English learner faces, but nobody really talks about enough.
That's right, we're diving into handling awkward moments in English. You know those situations where you blank out, say the wrong thing, or just feel totally lost in a conversation?
Oh man, we've all been there. I once called my teacher mom in front of the whole class. Talk about awkwardness.
Oh no, but that's exactly what we're covering today. Those cringe moments happen to everyone, native speakers included. The difference is knowing how to recover gracefully and move forward without dying of embarrassment.
Exactly. So by the end of this episode, you'll have the tools to handle any awkward English situation with confidence. Let's jump right in.
Okay, let's start with one of the most common awkward moments. You're in a conversation and suddenly you completely forget a word you need. Your mind just goes blank.
Oh, this happens to me even in my native language. So here's what you do. Instead of just standing there in painful silence, use this chunk. What's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? This signals to the other person that you're searching for vocabulary.
What's the word I'm looking for? Yes, and often the other person will try to help you. You can also say, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue. This is an idiom that means you know the word but can't quite remember it right now. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Another great option is to describe what you mean. You could say, the thing that you use to open bottles. Or, when you, and then describe the action or concept.
Right. And here's a really useful chunk. How do you say when you're really tired but you can't sleep? Most people will jump in and help you find the word. It's a natural way to ask for vocabulary help.
Now let's talk about another super awkward situation. You didn't hear or understand what someone said and you've already asked them to repeat it twice. You don't want to ask a third time.
Oh, this is so relatable. Okay, so here's what you can do. First, try to catch whatever you did understand and work with that. You might say, sorry, I caught the part about the meeting, but I missed the time. Sorry, I caught the part about the meeting, but I missed the time?
That's smart. You're showing you were listening and you understood some of it. Another approach is to be honest and charming about it. Try this. I'm so sorry, it's really noisy in here. Could you maybe write that down?
I'm so sorry, it's really noisy in here. Could you maybe write that down? Or you could say, my brain isn't working today. One more time? My brain isn't working today. One more time? Adding a bit of humor makes it less awkward. People appreciate honesty and self-deprecating humor.
And here's an important one. Just to make sure I understood correctly. Just to make sure I understood correctly, you want me to send the report by Friday. This is great because you're confirming rather than admitting you didn't understand. It's face-saving for both of you.
All right, here's an awkward moment that makes everyone cringe. You call someone by the wrong name. What do you do?
Oh no, okay, first rule, don't just pretend it didn't happen and keep using the wrong name. Address it immediately. Say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I meant to say Sarah, not Susan.
Yes, quick correction is key. You could also say, I can't believe I just did that. Your name is Michael? I'm so sorry. Showing embarrassment is actually good here because it shows you care.
And if it happens multiple times with the same person, you might say, I'm the worst with names. I apologize. I'm the worst with names. I apologize. Then really make an effort to remember. Maybe even admit, I'm going to say your name 3 times in my head so I remember. Jennifer, Jennifer, Jennifer.
That's actually endearing. People usually find that charming because you're being genuine about wanting to remember.
Now let's talk about when you accidentally interrupt someone. You start talking and realize they weren't finished.
Right, so immediately say, oh, sorry, go ahead. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Simple and effective. Or, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Cut you off means interrupt someone. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You can also say, please finish what you were saying. Please finish what you were saying. This shows respect and that you value what they have to say.
And here's a good one. Sorry, you were saying? Sorry, you were saying? This prompts them to continue where they left off.
Now let's address a really uncomfortable situation. You realized mid-conversation that you've been saying something wrong this whole time, either mispronouncing a word or using it incorrectly.
Oh, this is tough, but here's the thing. It's better to acknowledge it than to keep making the same mistake. You could say something like, wait, have I been saying that wrong this whole time? Wait, have I been saying that wrong this whole time? People usually find that endearing.
Or you can make it educational. Say, oh, so it's pronounced like this. I've been saying it wrong. Thanks for the correction. Oh, so it's pronounced like this? I've been saying it wrong. Thanks for the correction. This shows you're eager to learn.
And honestly, sometimes you can just move forward without dwelling on it. Make the correction going forward and don't keep apologizing. One, thanks for catching that, is enough.
Now let's talk about another common awkward moment. You're telling a story and realized partway through that it's not as interesting as you thought, and people are losing interest.
Oh no, the dying story. Okay, so you have a few options. You can speed it up with long story short. Long story short, we ended up missing the flight. This signals you're wrapping up quickly.
Or you can acknowledge it directly with a bit of humor. This story is going nowhere, isn't it? This story is going nowhere, isn't it? People appreciate the self-awareness and usually laugh.
You could also say, Anyway, the point is to always check your tickets before going to the airport. This cuts to the conclusion without finishing every detail.
Or simply, but I'm rambling now. What were we talking about? Rambling means talking too much without a clear point. This gracefully exits your story.
Let's talk about when you accidentally say something that could be taken the wrong way or sounds offensive even though you didn't mean it that way.
This is so important. Address it immediately. Say, that came out wrong. What I meant was, that came out wrong. What I meant was, I admire how dedicated you are, not that you don't have a life outside work.
Yes, quick clarification prevents misunderstandings. You could also say, sorry, let me rephrase that. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Rephrase means to say the same thing in different words. Sorry, let me rephrase that.
Another useful chunk is, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. Then explain what you actually meant. People are usually understanding if you clarify quickly.
And if you're not sure if something sounded wrong, you can check by saying, does that make sense? Or, you know what I mean? This gives the other person a chance to ask for clarification if needed.
Here's an awkward professional situation. You forgot about a meeting or deadline and someone calls you out on it.
Okay, don't make excuses, own it. Say, you're absolutely right, that completely slipped my mind. You're absolutely right, that completely slipped my mind. Slipped my mind means I forgot. You're absolutely right, that completely slipped my mind.
Then immediately offer a solution. Can we reschedule for tomorrow? Or I'll have it to you by end of day today. Don't just apologize. Show you're taking action to fix it.
You could also say, I have no excuse. I dropped the ball on this one. I dropped the ball means I made a mistake. I failed to do what I should have done. I dropped the ball on this one. Taking responsibility actually earns respect.
And add, it won't happen again. It won't happen again. This reassures them you're taking it seriously.
Let's talk about technology awkwardness, like when you're on a video call and something embarrassing happens in the background, or your dog starts barking, or someone walks behind you in their pajamas.
Working from home problems. Okay, so just acknowledge it with humor. Say, sorry about the chaos. Sorry about the chaos. Or welcome to my reality. Welcome to my reality. People understand, especially after the past few years.
You could say, sorry, that's just my dog reminding me it's lunchtime. Add a bit of personality to it. Or, and that was my roommate, everyone. Most people find these moments humanizing and relatable.
If your internet freezes and you miss something, say, sorry, I froze there for a second. What did I miss? Sorry, I froze there for a second. What did I miss? Straightforward and efficient.
All right, Tom, we've covered so much. Let's recap the key chunks for handling awkward moments because our listeners need to remember these.
Great idea.
So we started with blanking on words and covered phrases like, what's the word I'm looking for? And it's on the tip of my tongue. These buy you time and signal you need vocabulary help.
We talked about not understanding after multiple attempts with chunks like, sorry, I caught the part about the meeting, but I missed the time, and just to make sure I understood correctly. These help clarify without excessive apologizing.
We covered wrong names with immediate corrections like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I meant to say, and interrupting people with, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Quick acknowledgement is key.
We discussed failed jokes and recovering with tough crowd, or that sounded better in my head. Self-awareness and humor help you bounce back quickly.
We talked about accepting compliments gracefully with responses like, thank you, I'm still working on it, and catching your own mistakes with, wait, have I been saying that wrong this whole time?
We covered dying stories with exit strategies like long story short and anyway, the point is, and we addressed saying things that came out wrong with that came out wrong, what I meant was.
And we finished with professional situations using that completely slipped my mind and technology awkwardness with sorry about the chaos.
The most important takeaway today is that awkward moments are completely normal. Native speakers have them constantly. The key is not avoiding them, which is impossible, but handling them with grace and humor.
Exactly. Don't let fear of awkwardness stop you from speaking English. Embrace the awkward moments, laugh at yourself, and move on. That's what confident communicators do.
And remember, when you handle an awkward moment well, people actually like you more. It shows you're human, you're authentic, and you don't take yourself too seriously.
These chunks we've given you today are your safety net. Practice them, have them ready, and when awkward moments happen, and they will, you'll know exactly what to say.
Thank you so much for listening to Next Level English. If this episode helps you, please share it with other learners who need to know they're not alone in their awkward moments.
And tell us in the comments about your most awkward English moment. We'd love to hear your stories, and remember, we've all been there.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep making mistakes, and keep growing. Awkward moments mean you're putting yourself out there, and that's awesome.
See you next episode.
Bye, everyone.